Ooh, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. And I just want to remind you, I'm not too sure if you guys know, but we host a free live trading session. That is correct. A free live trading session every single month, once a month, and that is going to be tomorrow. So I'm not too sure if it's just me that's excited. I don't get excited for a lot of things, but I can tell you that when I get the feedback that we do for every free live trading session, it makes my entire month. So if you guys want to tune on into tomorrow's free live trading session, you don't have to click any link. You don't have to do anything crazy. If you're subscribed to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and that's literally all you have to do. So tomorrow at Market Open, if you've ever wanted to see what it's like to watch me trade live, I would love to have you join us and allow me the privilege of answering any question that you might have. So without further ado, this is our Sunday Stock Talk, and we host these every single Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So if you ever want to tune on in, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. So what is going on, Adam? What's up? Corona the virus. Oh, that is a very unique username. Just you, man. What's going on, Matt Lopez? I need to make sure that people can see your message. Happy Sunday, team. What's going on, Case? Dilly Dow is in the house. What's going on? So what we do during during these Sunday stock talks is we pretty much just break down the top stocks that you guys see value in. So as you guys can see, we got Dirty-ish in the house, and he posted the ticker call out format. So as long as you, out of everything, right? We just want to make sure that you set yourself up for success and you break down and plan out your trade. I don't think that's too much to ask for, right? If I do ask to have you break down your top stock, right? So I'm very excited to see what opportunities is presented this week. So I don't want to take too much of your guys' time because I'm pretty sure you guys are busy this Sunday. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I really hope that throughout this live stream, you guys learned something new, and I hope that you guys can just consider the idea of smashing that like button. If you do, it'd mean a lot to me. If not, I totally understand. You guys can comment down below what we can do better next time to better be of service for you. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So if you want me to break down your top stock, let's put it in the ticker call out format, just like Mr. Fisher right here. So DBX, let's go ahead and break that down. So that's 1 of 10. We're going to break down 10. So if you want me to break down your stock, then I would encourage you to consider putting it in the ticker call out format. So right here on DBX, on the 180-day 4-hour time frame, there's 3 criteria that I like to focus on. I'm not too sure if this is just me, but there's 3 things. I think that we can all agree that it's much easier to make money when the overall direction is in your favor. Like right now, it's very hard to lose money holding Tesla, right? It's very hard to lose money holding Amazon. It's very hard to lose money right now holding Apple. Not always, I'm just saying right now. Why? Because the direction is bullish. Direction is super important. People love to overcomplicate it. When something is selling off, people love the idea, right, of buying the dip. It's not always about that. I think a lot of it has to do with knowing what is going up and making sure that you do your part and taking advantage of an opportunity that makes sense to you. As of right now with DBX, just on the technical aspect, I'm not saying anything on the fundamental side, but based off of previous patterns, we could see that the SMA line, which is the simple moving average, has been acting as a resistance level. We all have different criteria and we should all respect, right? If it doesn't meet your criteria, it doesn't matter if it meets mine. As of right now, based off of where we're at right now and the SMA line, it's 2% margin in comparison to nearly a 7% downside. So the upside, in my opinion, based off of previous rejection, does not outweigh the downside. I'm not saying that you can't make money off of DBX. I'm just saying that the upside does not outweigh the downside based off of previous patterns, which is one of the reasons on why I would wait for a pullback, as it does many times, right? Pushes up, pulls back, pushes up, pulls back. It is our job as day traders, not investors, but as day traders to do our part in getting in when it makes sense. Getting in when the opportunity presents itself. Not when you want to, Opportunity is not based on your schedule. It is your job to show up, set your alerts when it makes sense. So I like DBX. I just think that a pullback, it wouldn't be the worst to wait maybe for a little pullback. A little pullback for the boys. You guys let me know what you guys think. So, all right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we got BIG, crashed 10% after earnings. So this is stock number 2. BIG, so this is Big Lots, and it looks like it's been ascending ever since the midst of the pandemic, right? Higher highs, higher lows, it's pulled back. And this is one of the things that we've talked about multiple times. Earnings can sometimes act as a negative catalyst, even if it does end up hitting its expectation. If its guidance is a little bit off, just like we saw with Big Lots. I'm sorry, not Big Lots. Just like we saw with Bed Bath & Beyond, right? I think that was ticker symbol BBBY. As we saw when it reported earnings, it acted as a negative catalyst. We made a video about it. Our video has nothing to do with it. Me talking about it has nothing to do with it. It is your job to take advantage of opportunities that make sense to you. And when it pulled back and it dropped, if I'm not mistaken, it was about 15%. So it was 30%. And from when it actually confirmed, I'm not saying from the very bottom, but when it confirmed and broke above the EMA line to where it's at right now, that's over a 50% upside. So because of earnings, it created an opportunity. Not always, but if we wait for proper confirmation and higher highs, it makes sense on why it could recover. So going back to Big Lots, where it's at right now, it might have dropped 10%, but by being able to wait and let it set a support and us being able to buy it or buy the dip, right, as a lot of people like to say, once we get the confirmation of that overall support, the upside is always going to be much greater once we get that proper confirmation. So right now we have nearly 20% upside, but again, we don't know how low Big Lots can go, right? So it could drop down to the SMA line and it could create a larger margin. One of the things that we've spoken about so many times before is the more patient you are, the greater opportunity that you can have potentially to present itself. So it's not about always buying the dip when you want to, but it's buying the dip when it makes sense. Keeping it super simple, right? So I'm very excited to follow up with Big Lots. I'm going to set my alert both if it begins to indicate signs of an uptrend and as well as once it gets closer to the SMA line, if it does. Again, I want to see a show of hands of where all my deal hunters are at. So you guys can let me know. If you guys like Big Lots, feel free to add it to your watch list. That's the whole point of these videos. And if you don't think Big Lots meets your criteria, then guess what? The beautiful thing about the stock market is you get to put your money in where you want to. Just because we talk about something or just because someone else trades something never means that you need to trade it yourself. So let's go ahead and one of the things that I do want to ask you, if you guys have specific questions, I really hope that you guys know that I'm not ignoring you. I want to wait to the very end of the video. I'll answer about 2 to 3 questions after we break down 10 stocks. I hope that's not too much to ask for. So let's go ahead and break down UAL. If I'm not mistaken, is that United Airlines? So one of the things that I've personally noticed is people are gaining the confidence to resume back to normal travel, right? I think it was actually Ismail that was talking to me about what was that organization that?
Which one?
The one that reported for the COVID.
Oh, the CDC.
All right, so CDC, they reported that actually only 6%, right?
Something like that, yeah. It was something about 6% of the 190,000
yeah.
Only because of COVID.
Actually got infected by, or actually, what was it?
It was their only cause of death was COVID and not any other diseases.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. It's like people are, and I don't know if it's just me, and it might just be me, but one of the things that I feel like we might have experienced is like an overreaction. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you guys think or in the live chat, but because of that overreaction, now the market has a lot to gain. Trust me, I agree with a lot of you guys that the market is very overbought. But as long as we continue to receive positive news that acts as a positive notion to the overall market, it makes sense on why it can continue to uptrend. So now talking about airlines, as in United Airlines, one of the industries that has been very negatively affected by COVID. Now we're starting to see a steady recovery. It doesn't mean that it has to shoot up, right? But now we're seeing much more consistency and much more of a solid support. It's not aggressively selling off anymore. So I don't even think, I mean, I'm a trader myself, right? So we choose to take advantage of opportunities intraday. I think that not with just United Airlines, but whatever airline industry you personally see the most value in, I can see why a lot of you guys might want to invest in them long term, especially thinking big picture where they were before COVID hit to where it is that they are right now. And it's not like they're gonna make a recovery tomorrow, but it's investing, big picture. And a lot of them have a lot to gain. And United Airlines is definitely one of those where it has a little bit over 100% to gain based off of that aggressive dip that it took. So that was stock number 3. Let's go ahead and break down 7 more. Let's probably make it a little bit quicker. I want to talk about NIO. So I really do appreciate you posting that in the ticker call out format. And one of the things that I want to talk about is last week's performance was exceptionally well, right? And one of the first things that I want to make sure that you guys understand is, first off, I think, and this is just my opinion, and you guys can let me know what you guys think, I think NIO is a hype stock. I think it has a lot to do with, I think its volume speaks for itself. It pushes up aggressively, very aggressively, within a very short period of time, becomes very overbought, over 40%, and then begins to pull back. On Friday itself, it pulled back 7%, and I'm not saying that it can't continue to uptrend. That's never the question. Anything can always happen. But the thing that I always want you to think about on the back of your head is trading is not one-sided. It's not, I'm going to buy here and sell back at $20.97 because it has to hit that price point. It doesn't have to do anything. It can pull back down to the SMA line. And you need to understand when hype is present and when it's your job to lock in profits or when there's actual value presented. And as of right now, I think NIO is super hyped up. It's only a matter of time, just like before, that it will consolidate. It'll pull back, and hey, it might continue to rally. All I know right now is its volume is dying out, and it looks like it's bound to pull back. So I think that there's more downside than upside as of right now. When it gets closer to the SMA line, just because I'm wide in the sense that I want to get it for a good deal, I would be all for revisiting the idea of potentially putting my money in something where I feel like I'm actually getting my money's worth and it's not just something that's going to be very short-lived. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So let's go ahead and break down ticker symbol APPS. So that's from Dominic. Alrighty. So I like that you guys are focusing on a very just consistent uptrend. It excites me because it makes me realize that you guys are putting your money in something that's appreciating over time, right? It just makes it a little bit easier. Stock market is not easy, but it just makes it a little bit easier for you to be able to actually grow your account if you put your money in something that is appreciating over time. So APPS hit highs of nearly $30. It pulled back to lows of about 23, 24. And now it looks like it's trying to find a support level. We're not seeing higher highs just yet. We're actually still seeing lower lows and lower highs. But it's right, what we like to call these critical points, where if it actually begins to indicate signs of a reversal, then we have that proper confirmation where it would make sense for us to put our money and average up in something that's actually appreciating. So we don't know if it's going to continue to sell off or if it's actually going to formulate a reversal right here. So that's why I set my alerts. I'm going to set my alerts on both sides. So I appreciate you asking for me to break this one down. So that was stock number 5. We're halfway through the Sunday stock talk, and we're only 5 minutes in. We are pushing through. That just means that you guys are going to get right back to what you guys were doing on this fine Sunday. Here we go. AYX. What's going on, Matt? AYX. I appreciate you tuning on in, and I hope you consider, hope that I earned your thumbs up. That's all I want, right? And if I don't, then let me know what I can do better for you next time. So we got AYX, very aggressive sell-off. Looks like it had an aggressive push up, but now it's pulling back. One of the things that I want to remind you is, I think it was Intel, right? So INTC experienced a very similar setup where it aggressively sold off due to earnings. AMD right now is killing it. Intel is kind of like old news. And this is why we're seeing a very aggressive sell-off. So when it comes down to AYX, I want you guys to understand that nothing, again, and I sound like a broken record right now, nothing ever has to happen. And although it did push up, don't be surprised if we actually begin to see a pullback. Pullback or downside is about 10% versus upside. I see the upside potential. I like that you're paying attention to setups that have a lot of upside. Now we just need to make sure that we get in when the action is happening. And it looks like the action already happened and it's getting ready for a pullback. So we're going to see if it actually bounces off the EMA line or if it's in the very early stages of an overall reversal where it actually breaks below the EMA line and actually continues to downtrend and actually potentially make lower lows or find a support level at previous support range, which is right around $110 a share. So I'm going to set my alert because I only care if AYX continues to indicate signs of an uptrend. So I set my alert on that one. So let's go ahead and, ooh, I like this one, Oliver. So you got which is Docusign, which should be pretty popular during COVID. This isn't a super crazy stock. First of all, it has earnings. So let's make sure that we're all aware of that. It has earnings on the 3rd of September. This has been doing exceptionally well, especially during the COVID period. Very consistent, higher highs, higher lows, and it's approaching the same previous resistance right around 220 a share. This isn't something that you can expect to make 10% in a day. That's not the point of this. We all have different criteria that every stock should meet. This is something where if you're really struggling to grow your account, you might want to consider to go less aggressive and maybe focus on something that might be a little bit more consistent. Just food for thought, right? So right now it looks a little bit more on the overbought side. It has definitely the potential to pull back to the SMA line, and that is where I see the actual opportunity where it would make sense for us to be able to buy the dip to the SMA line and sell it at the higher or lower 220. So that's where I see the margins to be worth it. But let me know what you guys think. So let's go ahead and, oh, we got Justin. Little Justin's in the house. So we got 3 more, right, Ish?
Yeah. Yep.
3 more stocks that we're going to break down. Let's see. How many first-time viewers do we have right now? I want to see a show of hands. All right, so we're having a lot of people post their ticker call-out format. What's going on, Ruben? What's up? What's up? First time. I just want to see a show of hands. First time, second time, first month. All right, so we have a lot of excited people. I like that. Nice, nice. What's up, Matt? Anita, what's up? Emmy, we got Steve, Matt, Pablo. I like it, I like it. We got the whole squad here. You know, one of the things that I really like about you guys is that you guys show up every single day. I think that's one of the biggest areas of opportunity for a lot of people is they don't do their part in showing up every single day. You can be super talented or super good at whatever it is that you do, but if you don't show up if you don't show up every single day, then it's only a matter of time for you not to continue to excel. So I just want to congratulate you because I know that a lot of you guys are not here because I'm amusing or because it's fun, but you guys are showing up right now for this live Sunday stock talk because it's something that you guys want to pursue. So I'd love to have you guys for the free live trading tomorrow. Friendly reminder, you guys don't have to do anything special. If you guys want to watch me trade live tomorrow, just turn on your post notifications at market open. So market opens here in Arizona at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe it's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So whenever the market opens, there's no special link. All I'm asking you is turn on your post notifications, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you at market open. How simple does that sound? Let's have some fun and let's make some money. I mean, I think that's all what it's about, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and do 3 more. So we got this ticker right here. Alrighty, I like this one. So aggressively sold off. So this is Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. It looks like it's been showing signs of a consistent uptrend pattern based off as of where it's at right now to based off of previous highs. It's 6%, so it doesn't offer huge margin, but I can see why you're paying attention to it. It's very consistent. Overall direction is in your favor, so I like that. It has been selling off since it hit highs of $12, so let's just make sure that we understand just because it has been uptrending doesn't mean that it has to continue. So don't be surprised if we actually see a break of pattern. I just like to think about worst case scenario. I'm not too sure about you guys, but set the alert for the break below the SMA line. And I'm also going to set my alert for the break above the EMA line. And then once we have that proper confirmation, I'd love to follow up with it. Until then, as long as it continues to sell off, think about it. The more patient you are, the more upside margin you build for yourself. So we got ticker symbol BAC. Dirty-ish likes that stock by our boy Freddie though. So BAC, Ish talked about this stock about 3 days ago. And as of right now, it makes a lot of sense on why we are seeing this thing recover. We're seeing a lot of the industries that have been negatively affected because of COVID starting to make a steady recovery as we're beginning to gain more confidence and reassurance that we can actually not be so concerned of the immortality rate, right, of COVID. So it had a nearly 1% on Friday. And as of right now, it doesn't mean that it has to continue to uptrend, but it looks like it is holding pretty well above the EMA line. It does have this dividends payouts, right, on the 3rd of September. But in my opinion, it looks a little bit more on the overbought side. That's just me. I would like to wait for a little bit more for a pullback. Buy closer to the SMA line. Ish, let me know what you think. But I would love to wait for proper indication of, I like the uptrend. I like the direction. Now I just want to make sure that I do my part in waiting for the opportunity to present itself so I can get it for a good deal, so I can do my part in trying to sell it for a profit. What do you think, Ish?
Yep, I agree.
All right, let's do it. So let's go ahead and break down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, we have one more that we get to break down. I want this one to be a good one. So hold up, Ish. How many likes are we at right now?
230. Not good.
Whoa. That's honestly a little offensive. 230. You're telling me out of the nearly 200 people that commented that it's their first time tuning on in, maybe 10% of them actually smash the like button. Hey, how easy is it to smash the like button?
It's the first thing I do.
The first thing you do. I thought we spoke about consistency is key.
Yep, always.
All right.
Never forget.
So let's have a goal. How many people do we have watching right now?
We have 1,500. We're at 500 now.
All right. I want to set a goal of D Mills is 3 dislikes. WTF. These guys crack me up. Hey, we're here to work with people. How many of you guys heard about our HQ? How many of you guys? Do you guys know that we've been so fortunate to find an amazing opportunity in Chandler, Arizona, that we bought a location. Yeah? Is it just me that's excited? Or is it just me?
All pumped.
All right. So we bought a location where we plan to host a place where the people that watch us on YouTube, I don't know who that is. Maybe the people that consider liking the video. Maybe. But maybe the people that consider liking the video can join us at this location. And not just, networking is super important, but networking with individuals that are working very hard, especially with the same goals, I think that's what really sets it apart. And we're going to have a physical location where we're going to provide trading rooms. Just imagine walking into a trading room with a series of different monitors that we provide for you. All you have to bring is your laptop. Think about that. You bring your laptop, you dock up your computer, and you get to trade among other traders. I'm not too sure if it's just me, but that has always been something that I've wanted to. So I think that's kind of the goal, right? For everyone that is working really, really hard to accomplish whatever it is that you guys are working towards, there comes a point where you begin to create a series of different businesses and services that just bring and follow with fulfillment. I think that's what it's all about. So I'm just saying, 230 likes, you said, is what we got?
What happened?
We had 230 likes. So I'm just saying, so we only get to invite 230 people.
Hey, the less the better, almost.
Yeah, I'm that's what I'm starting to think. That's what I'm starting to think. It's 230 people. I think that we have a 7,000 square foot facility with about 15 to 16 offices.
I know we can fit.
I think we can fit 230 people. Maybe on a rotation, but no more, because they don't even consider liking the video.
They don't deserve the HQ.
They don't. And wait, we're gonna buy a couple houses around the HQ so they can stay and also network with other. Just imagine that. How cool would it be? Ish. Would you fly into a place? Arizona. Arizona's pretty great when it's not 110 degrees. Let's be honest. So yeah, I mean, fortunately, we're gonna open up in 2 months. It's gonna be pretty chill, and you get to fly in. You have a place to stay, entrepreneurial environment, and then guess what? You got to go to our headquarters and trade amongst other traders. I'm just saying, you don't have to like it. I get it. I haven't earned all of your guys' likes, but I'd like to say that I've maybe earned more than 230. I'm just saying, maybe I'm just in my head, but yeah, maybe if we can hit 1,500 likes. Not right now. I know not right now, but eventually. So again, I think we can talk a lot more about this HQ during our live trading tomorrow. Free live trading, even better. So, all right, let's go ahead and break down a couple more stocks, and then let's go from there. So, we got ticker symbol LMND. LMND. This is the last one if it's a good one. If it's not, oh boy. Oh, I've heard about this. Super hyped up when it first opened up, and it's been selling off ever since. I see why you're paying attention to it, though. I'm going to break down another one, but I'm really happy that you brought this one up, especially based off of where it's at right now. I remember when this one IPO'd. Sold off from highs of $65. Right now, it's trading right around lows of 60 or high 50s. And based off of its upside, 10%. 10% is huge. Based off of previous support levels, it's hit nearly 55. So again, this is why I understand that you're paying attention to it. But we don't know if it's going to make lower lows, right? So I'm going to just get to set my alerts. Let's keep it super simple if it actually breaks above the EMA line. And I'm also going to set my alert if it begins to head to previous support levels. I think that's one of the best things that we can do. For those that are asking what the HQ is for, is it designed and made for LPP members? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't we want to provide a physical location for all of our Learn Plan Profit members? I'd love to. I mean, that's what it's all about. So let's go ahead and break down one more. And if you're part of LPP, then I hope that you are looking forward to visiting us at the HQ. And if you're not, Jonathan, my guy, if you're not looking forward to it, I'm offended. So you're asking for me to break down APPPS when I broke it down already. So I already broke it down. All right, let's go ahead and break down one more. All right, here we go. REGN. Alrighty. Okay, so, and I want to talk about this. First of all, this is a pharmaceutical company. Bioscience, pharmaceutical therapeutics, not the best in my previous experience, but this one offers and has been showing a much different track record, even during such a very unfortunate time. Very consistent uptrend pattern, consistently ascending, and hit highs of 680. It now recently broke below the SMA line, and we are making lower lows and lower highs. So although it has been uptrending before, it does not mean that it has to continue. So you just want to make sure that you do your part in putting your money in something that is actually appreciating over time and that it earns your investment. No one deserves anything. I think that we can all agree on that. It's the stock market is doing your job and choosing to take advantage of opportunities that make sense to you. And if you can tolerate the risk, then you've earned the reward. And if you can't, then guess what? You have to do your proper job in managing that risk. And we don't know if this thing's going to actually make lower lows or lower highs. So I'm just going to set my alert here, and we will call it a Sunday Stock Talk. So I want to see what you guys have to say. I want to answer just a couple more questions and then go from there. So 1 to 2 weeks. So okay. All right, here we go. So Zoom, we got ticker symbol ZM, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they just made 180-day highs, or all-time highs, right? So if we go on the 1-year chart, yeah, all-time highs of 303, super overbought, super overextended, but I see why you're paying attention to it. Now we just want to do our part in seeing how it reacts to earnings and seeing if that acts as a negative catalyst. Because think about it. A lot of stocks have been uptrending, but if earnings does not meet expectation, just like Netflix, it can cause a big drop, which provides a decent opportunity for long-term investors or even short-term traders, depending on if you don't mind holding overnight. So I would be eager to set my alerts, maybe add it to my watch list, and if it's something that follows up and meets my criteria, then of course, why wouldn't it make sense that if the opportunity does present itself, that we can buy the dip and sell it for a profit. So you don't have to donate. You don't have to do any of that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and see. So Home Depot, Home Depot is, can you provide me the ticker? I think it's HD. All right. Consistent uptrend pattern. Selling off, right? Providing a good deal. It's not the best deal, so this isn't something that offers the biggest margin, but I can see why you're paying attention to it, right? 3%, it's not the greatest, especially based off of previous highs, but very consistent, very bullish. And if you want to buy it and you think that it has good intentions, then up to you. I would see a better opportunity when it's closer to the SMA line. But overall, I understand why a lot of you guys focus on the consistency aspect. So no question here. Just wanted to thank you for the hard work. I'm learning so much. I like that. I appreciate that. I actually saw another message as well of I don't know what I'm doing during for this Sunday stock talk. One of the things that we want to remind you is at the end of the day, right? It is our job to spend time and work with people that we see value in. It's as simple as that. It's like I generally do not understand if you don't like trading, if you don't like my videos or watching me trade live, then I really don't understand why you even consider the idea of tuning into these live trading sessions. It just seems like so counterproductive and a waste of your time, right? What business do I have watching someone buy and sell potato chips? Because we love using that analogy, right? It's please just simply do your part in working hard. There's no easy way to be successful in anything. There are easier ways, right? You can learn off of YouTube. It's a free alternative. You can just like myself. I've learned everything it is that I know off of trial and error and videos that I've watched on YouTube. There's a lot more error when it came down to learning on my own. Is it easier to learn through a course? Of course. There's no question about it. Do you have to? Of course not. You should never have to be convinced that you have to do something. Always and only work with people that empower you and encourage you to be the best version of yourself. It's not that it's going to be easy, but it's the most challenging things in life that follow with the most fulfillment. So, not a member, but I've learned from you. You've earned my thumbs up and a super chat. Mohammed, I appreciate you. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that if just happened to wake up at market open, that you guys can consider the idea of joining us for our free live trading session. If you guys like my videos, then I can really see yourself enjoying these live trading sessions. It's not like that we're set to make the most money during these live trading sessions. It's not about that. It's raw live trading. That's all it is. If you've ever wanted to learn more about the market and you want to watch me trade live, two things. Set your alarm and wake up. That's simple. I hope that you guys can consider the idea of subscribing to the YouTube channel, turning on your post notifications so you can get alerted when it is that we go live. But it is 6:55 p.m. and just like I said, I don't want to take too much of your guys' time for this Sunday. And I just want to make sure that I save some of your energy for tomorrow's live or free live trading session. So I hope that we earned your thumbs up. Hopefully we can surpass a little bit over 1,000 likes, and we'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. I really do appreciate you guys' time. If you guys want to stay connected, you guys can join our absolute free Facebook group, and that's that first link down below. If you don't see it, you guys can refresh your screen and it should populate. But I really do appreciate you guys' time, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, team.